Okay, who are you here to see today?
Sean Malto.
Who?
Sean Malto!
Over the years, the most popular skaters have begun to resemble rock stars through the fame they reach and the adoring fans they earn. As a result, some of the biggest pros have found themselves wrapped up in California's celebrity-obsessed tabloids for decades. With the majority of the industry based in Southern California alongside the glitz and glamour of Hollywood, we never fail to see skaters pop up in photos next to aspiring socialites, supermodels, comedy legends, and even rap stars. A lot of rap stars. But even after the multitude of random Tony Hawk appearances and the Muska's fever dream relationship with Paris Hilton, arguably the most infamous and mysterious paparazzi encounter with skateboarding royalty is Rob Dyrdek's drunken exit from an LA nightclub, where an even stranger twist is seeing who is carrying him out. It's John Mayer. If you've been involved in skate culture over the last decade, it's very likely that you've seen this photo make the rounds every now and then. But I'd bet you don't know the story behind what really happened. To find out just how a sloshed Rob ended up in the arms of Taylor Swift's ex-boyfriend, let's go back to 2009, where his superstar status was at an all-time high. Coming off the heels of the beloved Robin Big, Dyrdek cemented himself as an MTV juggernaut with the launch of his new show, Fantasy Factory, in February of that year. Not only was his new show breaking ratings, but the soon-to-be skateboarding cult classic, Street Dreams, was set to hit theaters in June. But with all this success, one can only assume the stress was getting to the MTV darling.
Mo money, mo problems.
Desperately needing a night out to unwind, Rob met up with John at the exclusive Los Angeles nightclub named My House on the night of June 13th, 2009. Hearing the Black Eyed Peas' I've Got a Feeling blare from the speakers inside, little did the duo know what they were getting themselves into as they walked through the door of that club on this fateful night. A few or more drinks later, the two were seen coming back through the doors. Noticing what was happening from the moment they exited the club, dozens of paparazzi pounced on their prey, the blinding flashes of cameras capturing their escape. Rob could barely stand, practically being dragged out by John with the assistance of bodyguards as they made their way to the getaway car. Worried for Rob's well-being, they even went directly to the hospital to get the mogul in training stomach pumped, a round of applause erupting in the room when the procedure turned out to be a success. So, great story behind a hilarious photo, right? Unfortunately for us, that's not where it ends. Going back to the moment they left the club, as the night went on, tabloids such as TMZ had already released photos and footage of Rob and John's escape, while others began to question what really happened that night. With initial tales of Rob chasing his drinks with glow stick juice, the story started to sound a little too good to be true. Did Rob even go to the hospital that night? Did he really need an entire entourage to carry him out of that club? Was he even drunk at all?
We're not that drunk.
We're not that drunk. Cheeky bastards!
The next morning, the real story began to come together. John Mayer notoriously enjoyed messing with the Hollywood media at the time, while Rob's TV antics showed that he was quite the joker himself. With the first season of his new show currently on air and his full-length film featuring skateboarding A-listers premiering just 2 days before the night out, it wouldn't hurt to get some free publicity from the Hollywood outlets. The sad truth is that Rob really wasn't blackout drunk that night, and Mayer was in on it the whole time. The two even took advantage of the hype in an episode of Fantasy Factory. To make up for their alleged disorderly conduct, Rob proposed going on a classy night out, the two stunting in tuxedos at a few popular clubs, accompanied by a couple ravishing MILFs on their arms. But even if the whole thing turned out to be a hoax, in the end, it doesn't matter if Rob was or wasn't wasted. Pro skaters are supposed to inspire us, to challenge ourselves and push the limits. And in this paparazzi prank, he did just that. If watching his minute-long part in Minefield didn't motivate you to get out and skate with the homies,
Fuck the streets.
the images from this glow-stick-fueled night sure as hell made you want to black out with your crew and get dragged out of a club.